Would you hold the fuck on? This is my story and I get to tell it. God, little shit. Oh, would you give me a screwdriver or something? Okay. Man. When last we spoke, our heroes reached the corrupted Raven Queen and formulated a plan with their troublesome Urgu before charging into fight. We pick up our story just as Taslinn is about to lay the hurt on the Patron. Let's not waste another second and dive right back into these Demon Days. Screwdriver! What the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? This is an actual screwdriver. Why would I ask for a screwdriver at a bar? Go get me a drink, you idiot!
I'm going to channel my Banishing Smite spell through this sword towards the hand. I am purposely aiming.
Okay, all right.
For this hand.
Fuck.
All right.
So awesome. Here we go. Come on. Okay, so the sword lights up with some force.
So let's reveal it. You roll to attack with the sword.
I got an 18 on the die.
Fuck.
18 on the die. Okay.
It's not my hex weapon, so I can't. Ooh. Actually, as a bonus, I'm gonna put my Hexblade's Curse on my fucking patron. Boom.
Waka. Okay, you can add add a 3 bonus to the attack.
Okay, so that's gonna be 21.
Okay, and then sorry, what was the original number?
18 on the die, so it would be 21 to hit.
Okay.
I was so close to a crit. I was so close. If I had rolled a 19, it would have been a crit.
Yep.
What is the damage on it? What's the damage die on it?
1d8 slashing versatile.
Okay.
And versatile with 1d10 if you do that.
Yeah, I'll do versatile. I'll have both. I'll do a clapping the two swords together.
Gotcha.
And swinging. So it's 1d10. Any pluses?
I'm going to make an executive call on this and factor it in, especially since you're attuned, but add a plus 10.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's 10 on the die plus 10.
Yeah.
So that's 20, plus I get a 4 for my Hex Curse.
Uh-huh.
So that's 24 damage, and that's just the weapon attack. If I manage to hit her, which I'm assuming I did.
If you're aiming for the hand,
yes,
you do hit the hand.
Okay, cool. So 24 to hit, but then because I managed to successfully hit, that does extra damage because of my Banishing Smite.
Okay.
So this is where it's gonna get tricky. Let me roll for the smite.
High level numbering here.
Let me roll for the smite here. Woo.
Okay, so what damage do you have so far?
So far from the sword, it's 24 points of damage.
For the sword? Okay, and then add, since it is undead, 2d10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And as you're slicing it, it's just like, fuck yes! Oh, God. Glory! Battle!
So 16 added, so that would be
40?
40, yeah.
40 points of damage.
40 points of damage just from the sword.
All right.
And then through the sword comes
Nice.
my Banishing Smite, which was 5d10 force damage.
Okay. Keep bringing those numbers in.
So that was I got 38 points of force damage.
Okay, all right.
So if what I am hitting, so this is where it's going to be complicated.
Okay.
Obviously, the Raven Queen is kind of acting as a separate entity from the hand.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
If I am able to reduce the hand essentially below 50 hit points, I banish the hand.
Okay. How much damage so far? I'm trying to calculate here.
Hold
what I've
on.
set in place.
So
Just sending
78 points of damage.
78 points of damage.
Oh no! That's
lot.
Fuck! Oh no!
Just chucking the hand of Vecna to a random plane to be found by literally anyone.
No, it banishes it to its home plane.
Yeah, it banishes it into its home plane.
Which has its front door wide open here.
But it gets it off the queen.
It's true.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
are not wrong.
I'm just trying to do the math.
Fuck!
Oh no!
Oh, Billy.
Okay, so 78.
Oh God.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
If the home plane is technically on the plane that we're already on, it goes to a random harmless plane.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. Jeez. All right. Okay, so 78.
Wait, random harmless plane to it?
It goes so if the target is native to the plane that you are on, the creature, so the hand essentially vanishes into a harmless demi-plane.
Harmless demiplane. For like a minute or something? Or is it 10
Until
minutes?
the spell ends, and the spell lasts for as long as I'm concentrating on it, which is a minute.
Okay, because technically this is the abyss now.
Yeah.
I know, so it would go to a harmless demi-plane.
Okay.
For a little pocket dimension.
Yeah.
As the
Hand in
sword
a
swings
bag.
down and the inside the back of your mind you hear "fuck yes, glory," as it slams in and just a shock of air, sonic air shifts. The hand disappears and staggers the Raven Queen.
Oh God.
And you hear shriek, shriek! Because my throat is just starting to go, shriek! And in shriek, that shriek is in retaliation, in pain. Everyone needs to do a Constitution save.
It's not my forte.
I know, it's not my forte either.
Nowhere near you, sir.
Urgru's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Natural 1.
I got a 10.
Oh.
You go out there. You go out there, Dayz.
What did I have you reduce, Yusuf, last time? It was like, what, 25?
Yeah.
25?
25.
Yep. Oh, 25.
And we're not anywhere near him to
No,
be
you're not.
protected.
Okay,
I got an 18 for my save.
18? Yeah, then do half of that.
So halves? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I take half of that. So
Because you
12,
did
so
fine.
6 points.
Just like Fetter stops to retch up Black Ichor. Just like fuck. Is looking pallid. and
Help is
gross.
on the way, as a
20,
remainder.
25 points damage, yeah?
Yeah, 25. And as a remainder, after your turn ends, Taslinn, the Raven Queen attempts to make a legendary action, make a teleport.
Thank God. Oh, the concentration on my spell is unaffected. So the hand stays gone for now.
For now?
For now.
Okay. So the Raven Queen, after your turn, Taslinn, starts to use a legendary action to disappear. She starts to pop out, and try as she might, she appears next to the javelin that was housing, that's basically holding the shambling form of what used to be Zephiel.
Opportunity attack?
No, she just teleported out.
Damn it.
Nope.
And that ends her legendary action, which puts us to, where are we at? Yusuf.
Right. He's here.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Shenzo.
Oh yeah, Shenzo has been a
still
part of
down
this.
here.
He's been
he's
moving
been up
with
here.
me. So
Yeah.
no, he would be by dead mom dearest.
Oh.
Right here?
Keeping
Mom
her.
deadest. So when she pops out,
Uh-huh.
Shenzo is going to run pounce on her.
Okay.
He's gonna take his one moment of glory. So
This is so mean for a cat, right? You're doing that thing. Essentially, you're like, this is a laser pointer, right? Because he's going to hit it. It's going to dissipate.
right, yeah.
It's cat versus bird.
So strength check from her.
Oh my god, if Shenzo claws out her eye.
That's the idea.
Let's see, 18?
Fuck. Okay, so he doesn't take her down, but he is going to come in and leap on her, put his paws on her shoulders, and he will attempt to bite the right side of her face.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. That does hit.
And that's only 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage?
Yeah.
It scratches. You can't really see much damage. She does make contact with that side of her face, but the bite feels and looks inconsequential compared to what you were able to do with your sword.
I was hoping he would get like his tooth just lodged in her orbital socket and like, pop it out, but no.
Yeah, but she is eyeing him. And let's see. Who all attacked her?
He just goes back to his plane when he dies.
I need him to stay up. I need him to stay up for like 2 seconds.
Your turn, Yusuf. So yeah, Yusuf, you've seen what's going on. You've heard the commotion, seen the hand disappear, and the Raven Queen get teleported to one of the javelins. And yep, you've got your relative.
I'm
or form
also
of your relative.
to fuckface. I'm like, these javelins are actually annoying, but they do cause chaos.
I'm just going to use a bonus action so I don't have to worry about this asshole. He disappears into mist and steps out next to... Yeah, he's going to land right next to her, and he's going to go to pluck out the eye with the sword.
Okay, make your attack.
Come on, baby. Roll the 1.
Oh.
The Holy Avenger explodes into 1,000 pieces.
So I miss natural ones. Have we been doing like reflex save to keep the sword in the hand?
Oh, no. Yeah,
No.
no. You just miss.
Oh, okay.
It's miss, and in this case, yeah, she's able to bat aside the weapon.
Yeah, second attack's only a 10, so
Nope.
that's not going to do it either.
Good thought, but your attacks are catching her attention. She is focusing on you and looking at your direction, bringing us to her up at the top of the round. Out comes the scythe, the form, and she looks at you, Yusuf.
She's still on her back?
No, he didn't take her down.
Oh, I thought you said he got on her shoulders.
No.
Well, yeah, but he didn't take her down.
No. He's just
Oh,
hanging on
she
the
was
shoulder.
still standing. She was still
Yeah.
standing. Gotcha.
And, well, no, she doesn't have the scythe. She's missing an arm.
Oh, right. It's hard to wield a scythe with one arm.
Scheming.
Yusuf, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is a spell?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 19, so 30.
Okay, 30, okay. You do feel, briefly above you, a crown appears and then dissipates. And that attack ends.
God. A crown?
Good old Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness!
I'm real glad that missed.
Yeah.
I know what that spell does. I almost took it.
And, next brings us to Urgru, who's going to make his attack. 3 Hellfire Lances. What do we got here? No whammies. All attack. And each time the lance goes through, she grimaces. You get the sense that she's just taking this damage. It's not doing a whole lot, but at the same time, it is drawing her attention to the attacker. And she's looking now more at him. Bring us to Feder.
Okay, can I get to the javelin and get it out of the wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All right, I'm going to do my bonus action to hide specifically from the Raven Queen. I want to just get on her 6, like in her eye line,
Okay.
like or in the opposite of her eye line. So that's it's a 17.
17 to hide.
Yeah.
Ooh, 20?
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. She's in melee anyway with a bunch of my allies. So I wink at her, and I'm going to throw the second javelin at the back of her head.
Okay.
I'm going to try to come at that eye from the other side.
Thunk!
Yes.
I just reach up and take it off the end of the lance.
Okay. So that is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Yeah.
Cool. So 66, baby.
6d6.
9, 11, 15, 21, 23, 26, 30. 30 points of damage.
30. The javelin goes in, not quite directly to where you were aiming,
Yeah.
but does go into the head, and due to the nature of itself, she goes with it a little bit to where it lands. So I would say if you throw it just to a bit of the southeast of Shenzo here, she gets shifted over to there.
So it just goes like shoop, 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 like
Yeah.
it goes through her and then
Yeah, and so now she's
teleports with it.
the icons are a bit of a mess, but now you've essentially got her sandwiched between two javelins, and she seems to be a bit discombobulated and pulled between those two for the time being. And she's after your turn going to try to attempt.
Do I have
legendary
any? Let's see. Do I have any movement left? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move back down towards the steps.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to get back into it. I'll just take my 30. I'll stop at the top of the steps.
And then after your turn, you see the Raven Queen attempt to use a legendary action and attempt to teleport out of there to a different spot. But due to the nature of the two javelins being there, she does flit out briefly, but then back there. Another look of confusion registers in the eye, but not necessarily her.
Must have dimensional anchor or something on them.
Okay, the javelins are fine now.
Who's got the javelins?
And then Sunny's next, and we'll give Moonbeam. You see a silvery beam of pale light shine down against the Raven Queen, and a ghostly flame starts to erupt around the eye in particular, not necessarily the Raven Queen herself. And let's see. It's not a whole lot of damage comparative, but it is enough to cause her to shudder a bit. And she seems a bit stuck in her spot for the time being, bringing us to her partner, who dislodges the javelin and starts to pick it up and start to move away with it a little bit. It's starting to try and move the thing out of the battlefield. And then the mother form, the Shambler, appears next to Taslinn behind her and starts to attack at the thing in her back.
Well, I mean,
It's in her hand.
It's
now.
in her hand now?
Yeah.
It's starting to try to attack at it. You sense that she's the mound is attacking at the sword more so than you. And then the form of Heath now unforms where it is and appears near you. Attempts to attack you as well. Gets in 18?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, 5 damage against you. And it's also with one hand trying to paw at that javelin of yours. I assume you're still holding yours, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Bringing us to Taslinn. So Taslinn, as to kind of give you the scene here, you see the Raven Queen between two javelins. There's a bit of dissonance, and she seems to be a bit stuck between them. Mm-hmm. And that moonbeam that Sunny put in place is also drawing her attention and keeping her a bit stuck in place. So there's enough damage going on here that is preventing her from doing a whole lot. As you come to your turn, that's what you see.
so I'm going to step forward and I'm going to reach. I'm going to like make my wonderful raven sword that I've also had in my other hand disappear, and I'm going to reach out. I'm going to like hold out my hand like I'm offering my hand to her, like, and I go, "Shall we dance?"
And the hand weakly takes yours.
And so as she clasps my hand, I pull her in, and I'm going to stab at her eye as I pull her in towards me with my other hand and the sword.
Okay. Your new friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm assuming like with the whole like "shall we dance," she kind of knew what was gonna happen. We're
Yeah.
trying to help her here.
Same thing as before. The +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Only 19.
Critical hit on a roll of 19.
Well, no, it added up to 19. So
Oh, it added
it
up to
wasn't.
19.
Yeah, it's not a critical hit.
Okay. And then, yeah, so it does hit. So
Okay.
you can still get that 2d10 slashing.
Well, I'm
to
only
undead.
wielding it one-handed, so it'd be a D8, but it would be +10.
The 2d10 is just what the sword does.
Oh.
Yeah. That
Oh.
2d10 is separate from all the other things. So the 1d8 normal attack. This 2d8 is
Oh.
separate. I'm
Oh.
overwhelming you with numbers. So do your damage first, and then we'll get to the 2d10.
Oh, well then I should have done more damage to the hand, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So we got 7, and then you said plus.
3.
No, the +3 was for the attack.
And it goes
And
to damage.
damage.
Oh, okay. So then that would be 10.
And then I think we added a 10 to the.
Yeah, we add another 10,
Yep.
so it would be 20.
Okay.
And then +4 because she still has my hex blade. She still has my curse on her.
Okay.
So then it would be 24.
24, and then the 2d10.
That is 11. So
35.
35.
35?
To pierce the eye straight through.
Okay.
And hopefully I don't kill a goddess.
The sword goes through, and the voice you hear is death as it goes through, and with a stabs into the eye, and with a whining shriek, it bursts into flame and starts to melt away.
The sword does? Or the eye?
The eye. And it disappears in a gulf of flame, and the ground shakes a bit, and a lot of air from everywhere and dust and particles all head toward the Raven Queen and surround her. Feathers and ravens and birds and all sorts of smoke starts to form around her, cocoon around her, take her form, and then in a boom just dissipate. And she appears before you much different. You see a much lesser Raven Queen before you. Now, in front of you, you see her old elven heritage much more apparent. She holds a stumped arm gingerly, and you see a scar where the eye used to be. You see the long ears, Eldrin-like ears, and raspy breath. And that ends your turn, bringing us to Yusuf.
Yeah, Shenzo doesn't do anything.
Are the other things still here? Are they still around?
That's a good question.
Shamblers?
All of them melt away and slough off into the ground. Bloop.
I don't let go of the Raven Queen's arm either. Like, I meant it when I was like, let's dance. So if she falls, like, I'm
Are
holding
you
her.
in the cocoon, like the feathers and everything all swirl around?
They formed
you,
around
or?
your arm. You could
Okay,
feel,
yeah, I can feel them. Yeah.
And even with your hand, you could feel a shift, a change. It's weird to say that deities feel different. She did feel different then to now. There was something otherly about her hand and her touch, and now she feels like an elf. And she does lean towards you a little weakly, but...
So when that happens, I'm going to move in behind... because these two are in the same space, I'm assuming, because she's holding him. So I'm going to move in behind her, sword drawn.
Okay.
And then stab her through the... I'm kidding.
That was a quick way to get
I turn and look at the rider, and I just kind of like look at him as like, it's over, stand down.
Okay. And that's your turn?
I'm waiting for him to react.
Are you holding in?
Yeah, I'm holding an action to discourage him from trying to take power where there is none.
Okay. Any like attack in place or like something?
Yeah, like my sword's at the ready. I'm like, it's
Okay.
over, stand down.
All right. Brings us to the Raven Queen in her diminished form. She does fully lean against Taslinn, like almost fall into you. And she feels light, comparatively. She was once grand and terrible and just larger than life. Wings, angelic, terrible, demonic, and now just a weakened elf leaning against you for support. That's her turn.
I'm just like, I got you. It's okay. I got you.
Urgru has his lance at the ready. He trots forward and points the blade at you and starts to move in for attack.
Sweet. 17 on the die. I'm smiting evil. I haven't had to use a third level slot yet for this.
I just had this image that I was like, oh no. I'm not going to do that. But that would be fucked up if I did.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could very easily drop my concentration, have the hand come back, put my hand on top of where her hand would have been, and have it essentially occupy my space.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that.
Well, I mean, like you banished it, but you severed it as well. So I don't think it's going to be back on her hands.
Right. Wherever you banish it from.
It goes back and it occupies the same space, which is why I would put my hand in that space. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's see. Well, I'm maxing out this smite because it goes up to a max of 68. 46 plus 5 is 51 points of damage.
51 points of damage.
Yep.
Just from the one attack, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. It was just the sword, or what were you adding to it? Just to clarify so I can flavor it.
Oh, I smite evil.
Smite evil?
I didn't crit with the sword, but I have a second attack if you still...
He's not dead, but you did a lot of damage. And the horse kind of shifts its weight to account for him being pushed back a little bit. And you can see blood start to bleed out from various areas of the skeletal armor, and where its plates join together. And he coughs.
I said, stand down. It's over.
The nightmare trots forward.
It's a 17 again, so I'm going to burn my second third level spell slot. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Don't make me undo math.
No. I'm just adding because I forgot to add the other 2d8 because I only rolled 4. That's another 12 points of damage, so 63?
So another 12 points of damage.
Yeah. 63. That's from the first hit.
Gotcha.
Still up?
12, yeah.
Okay.
If you don't kill him, I will.
And just to give you a sense of things,
Oh.
both
That's a
the
lot of
nightmare,
ones.
3
both,
ones.
both-
Fuck.
both the nightmare and him push forward. Like, even though he might be really fucking wrecked, he's still gonna doggedly do it. There's a bit more of a resolve here. I guess what I'm saying is, if you don't end him, he's going to make attacks.
7 plus 5 is 42 points of damage.
32,
42.
42.
I love how Drew and I made eye contact and we're immediately like, we're gonna fuck this guy up anyway. So
Big question. How do you fuck this guy up? How do you end her group?
Oh, does that kill him? Yeah, he rides forward again. So I just kind of shrug. I'm like, I told you. And he cuts through the horse's neck and then through him
Okay.
and just drops them both.
And as I watch him doing that, I make eye contact with him, and I just straight up look at the writer and go, "I told you we'd take your medallion."
And behind you,
And I pick it up off the ground and hand it to Taslinn.
the sword. Oh, yes.
the sword is rubbing its own nipples.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So my flavor for this is that as he's the body starts to crumble and
Form
Feder,
away.
Feder comes running down the stairs and then Sparta leaps with both knives out and is ah! and just comes through dust, he just comes through nothing.
Swoosh.
And it's just fuck, and looks up and he's just coughing. He's just got Bone Dude on him, and he's like, ugh. He's like,
Shenzo walks over, licks him.
smite this, smite that. That was gonna be really fucking cool. That's all I'm saying is it was gonna be. Yeah, that's fine.
It was. Did you see that?
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, it's fine. I look down at the dagger and I'm like, sorry, pal, next time. And I just cut my arm.
While Shenzo is lapping at Feder's face.
And I'm like, oh, that's fine.
The dagger is I do appreciate your attempts, sir. I think it was worthwhile. This was battle. It was fun, and yes, we'll have our time. More paper rustling, and then that brings us to the end of the combat. Now, interestingly enough,
What's happening with this bullshit as I look at the map and the big burning hole in space and time?
given in the moments that are after combat ends, the hand and the eye are gone. We're about at the time point where the hand would return.
Yes.
And at the spot where it was, the hand does appear again and flop down and start to kind of move. And immediately
take
your
my sword
is
and-
fucking kill it!
I literally
Get it!
even the second I feel the spell ending, I'm just walking with the Raven Queen. I still got her she's under my arm, and I'm holding her up, and we walk over, and I quite literally just the sword right into the hand
Okay.
as it appears.
You did a lot of damage. Go through it. Roll through some of those. And
Okay.
let's see what we got. I'm mainly looking
I
to
was just going to say, hold her arm out and end the spell, and I'll just...
No, it doesn't. It goes back to the space that she was at when I cut it off.
Oh, so it's just kind of flopping over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cutting into it, but I mean, if you want to jump in and start cutting on it too, as she's rolling, you roll your
It's
thing too.
21.
21?
And so then...
Ooh, get your dagger out. You can kill this.
Oh, sir, there appears to be a chance for damage.
12.
Sir, there is a hand that we can kill.
Oh God, Johnny's face just looked up from his phone like, squirrel? What?
30.
30
points of damage.
All right, 30 points of damage. Anyone else coming in? Anyone else?
Oh, sure. I'm like, fine. And I'll just jab straight down.
Yeah, roll your attack on it. Let's see if we can get a
And I don't have a stat block for this special boy either.
normal dagger rules for now, just as you
Okay.
get used to it, and just on 19 it's a critical.
Okay.
And it's silvered, so it's magical. So
Oh, that's not great. That's only 12.
12. It's on the ground. You hear
Okay.
it's sufficient. Let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A bloodthirsty dagger goes, it's sufficient. Jesus.
One is just like war cry of the battle boner.
Yeah, one I'm sitting here going, calm your shit. And he's going, it's sufficient.
So
Everyone calm the fuck down.
9, 13, and 23, and 26, and 30 points of damage.
30. So 30 and 30. Yusuf, what are you doing? Anything? Because I'm imagining this is all happening in the same moment. So Taslinn immediately booked it over there with the sword. Is going
Yeah, I mean,
in there.
she's
Better
telling
run
us it's
over.
coming, so
Yeah. So then you have the chance. So basically, right now we're at 60. I want to see kind of what your damage puts us in.
Yeah, so 13. The fuck is my plus to hit with this thing? Does a 12 hit it prone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, neat. Okay.
What's it gonna do? Uncanny dodge. I mean, it's not connected to a host or anything. It's been rudely sent to a harmless demiplane.
I wouldn't call that rude.
The whispered one would. He'd be like, well, fuck.
Well,
that's
his
rude.
opinion doesn't matter.
Well, how rude.
How would?
I resent this warlock.
51 points of damage.
Amazing. The hand also bursts into flame and starts to melt away. And then eventually disappear.
Where do we think it goes?
It's not on her anymore. That's all that I really care about at this moment.
The sword to you, Taslinn. We should waste no time and try to find those. This is great.
Where to go?
Oh, I don't know. You get the sense that right now it's full. It's full up and satisfied, but it's like it is very at one-track mind in this
Like,
instant.
this was great, but we're going to have to eat food again sometime, so
Yeah.
we should just look for food.
Well, I mean, it goes back to wherever it came from to find another host, I guess. And it's just a never-ending cycle of kill and possess and kill and possess and kill and possess and kill and possess and you get it.
I wonder who's his agent.
You hear the Raven Queen. She turns to you all. I would imagine that those things can be someone else's problem for a time.
They probably won't show up together, so that's good.
Yes,
They'll probably
yes.
be separate across wherever the fuck they landed.
I thank you all. I thank you for coming to my aid. I am pleasantly surprised
You
at
know,
your choice.
I would have been here sooner, but you didn't give me any straight answers.
She chuckles weakly. Yeah, that would be some of the influence that I was under. A very vile lich whose key trait is misinformation and obfuscation and confusion with my body to work with. Well, I'm surprised you still followed me.
Why?
Some bullshit riddles I was giving you.
No shit!
I mean, really, you see how I'm with you now. I like my riddles. Don't get me wrong. In time, we'll have fun. But if you still follow me, it'll be more fun and not frustrating.
Well, I mean, I guess you picked the right person and finding somebody who just gets, as I get frustrated and more infuriated, I dig
Tenacious
deeper?
is the word you're looking for.
Yes,
Taslinn.
that's
Strong.
then I picked well. There are many who I've tried to recruit, and they've been less than. They've not risen to the level of fighting past the bullshit like you. I do appreciate that.
Well, and before I say this, I'll like put the sword back in the sheath as I'm saying it, going, and I don't want to be a god. You guys have enough shit that you have to deal with.
Ah, yes, the sword of Cass.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I am, and the Raven Queen looks sheepish. I don't know what I thought I could accomplish with that and with what I did. But even deities apparently can be swayed. I would be careful with that tool. It is powerful, and over time, it will convince you to do things that you wouldn't.
This sword just met her. I don't know that it knows what it's in for.
Well, maybe. She smiles at you genuinely, and a big smile for despite how weak she is.
My lady, can
Yes.
we offer you any healing? Would that do anything to help you?
She looks at herself. If you wish, in a bit I will have to leave from here and go into hiding. I have a little bit of residual, whatever left. Enough to get you guys, if you will help, of course, where you need to go. And then I must redo my rite, my ascension. This place will be very tumultuous for a while. And Taslinn, in a moment I have some requests of you. But yes, any healing would be much appreciated.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear them, and we'll be happy to heal you. But what are we going to do about that? And I point at the big gaping portal of the abyss.
Well, I imagine you haven't used your blood enough for this sort of thing to be able to close that big of a...
I'm going to go ahead and say
Skirl
no.
gem.
Yeah.
Skirl knife.
Yeah, I can maybe
Damn,
suggest...
that's where that orb could have been useful.
Yeah.
If you give me time, I can locate a resource for you that may be able to give you information you need.
You see look come over Yusuf, and he turns and looks at Taz and like, do you think you can close it with that sword?
Despite being mortalized, she's still very perceptive. She sighs, no, it's that sword is destructive in nature.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, we're
I
trying
just
to
turn to Yusuf
destroy a
and
portal.
I go, I didn't banish the hand with the sword. That was me.
That was Taslinn, yes. And it's not so much that this is a portal. We are in the abyss right now. Enough influence has taken over that there is the abyss there. Right there, you could walk to it. You could fly into it and be in there, in the realm that has been attached here.
So this is a gate.
This is a gate.
A true gate.
A gate. It is that bad. Messing with that hand and that eye to the nature that I did. My power with it opened it. You would need something much stronger to get that in there. And she looks at you. I wish I cannot see as I once did, but you have power from Nessus in you. I've not wanted to speak it with my intruder.
Huh?
All
And I
of you.
point at myself. So, and I point at Yusuf and
Yes.
and better.
Yes.
Nessus.
Nessus. Nessus has tampered with the machinations of the infernal realm in a very strange way. A way I'm not used to. It sparked my attention, and I'm not a deity of information. I do not deal in knowledge in quite the way that the devils do. But there is influence from down there, from that furthest level, that is askance from this blood war you are in, you are a part of. It is why this has happened. This has upset the balance of the blood war. Had you not removed my intruder, just imagine the realm of the Shadowfell, this echo being wielded as another plane, another battleground to replace the tired battleground of Avernus.
Also,
the stalemate of Avernus.
This
what if
comes directly to the material?
What if
Yeah.
you get one step closer to the material plane? What if we're seeing a shift in the blood war? I was under the impression that this thing would be everlasting, that this was the way of it, that you all would be fighting, she points to them, forever. That is your fate, that is your calling. Phlegothos, Cania, ultimately all your paths lead to prevailing against the abyss or succumbing to it, as I almost did. But I'm not supposed to be a player in this. The gods, the higher deities, they are not supposed to be a part of this.
It is known.
It is known.
It is known. They cannot intervene. That has been one of the rules of that war since it began.
There is a sense that someone has decided to change it up, as it were, to, oh, what the hell of it, to upset the balance. I sense, it's
That
almost
comes
gone.
from Nessus?
From Nessus. That one is a hard one.
To let the abyss win?
I don't understand it.
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
Again,
no.
I am not I have no knowledge. I don't have any knowledge.
Not to win. Not to win, to break the stalemate, to give ground to get ground, to give an excuse for a more severe option. All-out war, no Avernus, all 9 realms united in one goal. Not the petty bargaining of souls and tiny grabs for minuscule power over years and decades and eons, but one concentrated assault.
And now, guess who is out of the picture for a temporary time? Who fights the undeath? Me.
Peachy.
Undeath is what I keep at bay. And my tool set has been ravaged, pillaged, rendered very inconsequential.
This is a front now. With this gate open, we need to be able to close it or it's a front. Devils will have to come here to prevent the abyss from coming through, which puts them both in the shadow plane,
Yeah.
which is next to the material.
Mm-hmm. One step closer.
And as you guys have no doubt seen, the connection to the material plane from here is a lot thinner. A lot easier to penetrate.
I have 2 questions. One,
Yes.
if I am to plant Eldath's tree in the hand, will that close that portal? Seal it, heal it, so they can't come through?
Yes, it'll close that avenue off. I appreciate you not doing that sooner. It had a lot of good. The dormant soul did. It is mostly on its way to be depleted anyways. I would wish to use it in my right, but given this track record I have displayed, I reject this method. close it. I will put you there to close it, get rid of it, remove it, close it off, and just not worry about it. With that schism useless, you may have to find some defensive way for the natural elements that will get through. In time, you are here, which means that when you leave this plane, you will... Unfortunately, the time that has elapsed here will be...
Substantial?
Will be paid randomly.
Well,
You will either have been gone for very little or very long.
I just look up and I'm like, some goddamn face shit. It's goddamn face shit. It's like a broken clock.
You hear a laughter like, that is our way. Those of us who rule these lands. She gets sorrowful almost. Faye. No matter. Not your... She seems very worried. Okay, not your concern. We will...
my lady, I have a question for you. Another one.
Yes.
Could the remaining energy of the Titan be used if you were part of the process of healing it? I mean, you need a place to hide, and, well, birds live in trees.
Is that derogatory? I'm not sure. Is that derogatory? I'm sorry.
Just
I don't know. I'm over here imagining what I'd look like with gray hair. I'd rock it.
Tell you what, you bring an interesting wrinkle to the equation.
You're talking about a protector for that spot in time. In time, you will have power again. I don't know what your relationship is with Eldath, but
Distant.
maybe you two should share a meal and talk. Might be able to help arrange that. My other question, however, is for Feder.
Yeah.
Thinking about if this were to be the new front and pull demons out of Avernus to a new front that's closer to the material, what would happen? Could the devils seal it up and just be rid of them forever? Is that the plan?
I honestly don't know.
Souls would become a finite resource if they weren't being told and tallied on the Prime. If the Abyss were able to run over everything and take it,
Yeah.
I don't think they'd let that happen. But just suppose,
Yeah, go ahead.
if this was coming from Nessus, could there be a plan to just end the war and be done with it completely by closing it off and staying in the realm? Could that even happen?
It's almost unheard of, but that could be the gambit. I don't know what that does to the balance of everything, but...
The only wrinkle in that is just the elasticity of the echo.
Yeah.
We're not meant to lock things up. That's not the... I am supposed to be able to keep an eye on the threads of fate and death and undeath and keep that in balance. I'm not supposed to be a jail. My realm is not supposed to be a jail, and if anything, for those who visit it, just a history. It's an unpleasant one. I don't dabble in niceties. You saw the windmill.
Yeah, could you make that nicer?
It's funny, when an intruder wishes to hurt you with a memory, and they are weakening me, I'll do what I can to give you a fighting chance to cut through it.
Right. Got it.
You know.
As she slowly shakes her head at better.
Oh, I see. I cannot help it, even in my mortal state. The Whispered One wishes to hurt everyone. I'm sure you saw it in the shambling mounds.
Sure.
That took a form familiar to you, historic to you. My realm can show that. My realm can make that windmill happen, can make the Shadowfell reflect and echo back your experience in history as you traverse it. The distances are inconsequential, but you will feel the weight of your life here. I don't intend it to be hurtful, but healing. holistic. The Whispered One hurts.
Right, healing. And he's going to
Yes.
lay hands on her again. He's going to give her 30 points.
Thank you very much.
And
She
now
straightens a little bit.
the best healing, and I offer the Raven Queen my flask because that's totally a thing I would do.
She takes it,
Give
looks
her a
at it for a
wink.
moment. Indeed. Well, what do you know?
Oh God, what are you doing? No.
No, this is just
Yeah, she takes a drink.
yeah.
No. It's more of the rules about offering Fae food.
Oh no. I hate the face.
Clarify for me quick.
So the Fae very often,
It's more if you take food from a fae that they offer,
it's
right?
both.
Because then it's
both.
binding.
No, it's both. It's basically an agreement. It's an offer. It's both. Essentially, well, I mean, you are, and it's up to you if you want to take this, but essentially
Okay.
you are entering into a sort of contract or connection by offering her the alcohol. By her taking it, if you do not set any bounds into how she can repay you for offering the drink, then it is up to her how she wants to repay you.
Sure.
She takes it and takes a healthy
Haven't
swig.
you heard about offering fairies tea parties?
I had not, but I like this.
not.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
And I'm willing
So,
to glom onto it.
And I'll hold it out and I'll just be like, to be repaid in kind at some point in the future.
She smiles. Indeed. Maybe when I have more to repay with.
Fair enough.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
I will say to you, while I still have some inkling left, it is fading very fast from me, that for the time being, yours and Taslinn's fates are wrapped up in that of the Ire of Phlegethos.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Fascinating.
She's just like looking between the two of them, not sure how to feel.
Your father has made some questionable choices,
We can agree on that.
and it'll be gone from me from this, so I must say it quick. Whatever has been obscuring Fiona's eyes from him and what he is trying to do, whatever that was, it's weakening. His poor choices are making him more apparent to the world. Even in my weekend... And she stops. Sorry. Fuck, I lost it. Something about notice.
Gotta go in and save Dad. Awesome.
Maybe him?
Tiny child, little thing.
Okay. She's starting to lose her connection to some of the extra stuff that we must move.
Yeah, we
I'm starting
should
to lose
go.
the knowledge. How do you want to do this? There are Aranese out there who will be looking for your Vela.
I got this.
Well, we can leave them wondering what's going on at the mouth of the abyss and just let them fight until they're happy.
Let's do that.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, let's do that.
They will
Make sure we have the medallion. I think I picked it up already, but
Yeah, you gave it
take
to me.
that.
Okay,
yes. I can, with some help from maybe one of your stronger magical users, get you back to the material plane, to the hand. If you wish to do that.
Well, I
Or
still have
if there's
one
another
spell slot.
Or if there's another location you wish.
no, the hand. The hand
hand?
is where we want to go.
It's only fair. I mean, I'd like to find a way to get out from a mile underground without having to walk, but yeah, okay. Well, let's at least make this good, shall we? I'm like, we ready to go? We all ready to go? Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna thaumaturgy, just booming voice, and is like, and just be like, no, ah! Come on, everybody, no.
How we can do better than that.
Yeah, just like, okay, go.
I hand her my hand again, and I'm like, shall we dance again?
Yeah. And as she kind of, instead of, I mean, she doesn't have an extra hand to be able to do a proper dance stance, but she does put her arm around you, and she does bring you guys closer to Feder, Yusuf, and Sunny and bring you all in. You all need to
Shenzo!
be in this dance.
Oh, sure. I will definitely, roll up on the other side
Yeah.
of the Raven Queen.
And Sunny will limp over to there and grab on as best she can.
And she can use my last 5th level spell slot if she needs.
I'll
Her hand...
I'll give Sunny, as we come in and we all hug, if she's limping over, I'll put the last 15 points into her.
Yeah, and she's in a bit of shock, not because of health damage, although she has taken a lot.
So
She has seen something
I
horrible.
think so is better.
Yeah,
We're all pretty banged up.
She has
Yeah,
seen
me too. I'm at 68.
the Raven Queen takes you all in, and she puts her hand kind of through your hair a bit just to kind of get a hold.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a nice gentle touch, but she's using it to mainly focus on your spell slot and burning your spell slot and what remainder she has. You're atop the hand in the dank underground of the Underdark
Back on the material.
on the material plane. And she's with you, but she does fall to her knees and whatever you're going to do, do it.
Yusuf, go plant that seed.
And she even moves with you. Despite having some signs of weakness, she is quick enough to be able to. And your seed, whatever you're going to use, and
Yep.
she guides your hand and intimately guides your hand into the crack of the hand of it. And maybe she has 20 fingers or something. God damn!
Duck
It's like
hand.
she basically kind of
Gotta do
guides
that
you
duck
in.
hand.
Yep. And it's very gentle and soothing, but she gets it far enough to where it needs to go. And the seed is just sucked into the Titan. Now I'm going to rest over here, and this may take a little bit of time.
Oh, is the Tressum there? Is you got a kitty? Is there...
She sits down, and the Tressum flaps down from one of the fingers and nuzzles in her. We are going to rest for a little bit. I'll be awake when Eldath arrives. She closes her eyes, and the hand starts to shake a bit.
Wait, we're not going to do whatever request she had for me?
Oh.
Yeah, because
no,
she
no,
was like,
yes,
I have some
back up.
requests for you.
She
And I
beckons
had-
you. She beckons
Yeah.
you. Sorry. So she beckons you.
While they do that, Yusuf steps to the side and he kneels down in the low water and starts speaking to
Okay.
Eldath.
And Sunny
Yada, yada.
joins you. You've healed her a little bit. And
Put just because I'm going to give them some space, I'm going to
okay.
sit with my feet dangling off the edge and roll a smoke and let Shinzo sit down next to me. And I'll just kind of look out and pet his dumb little head.
Nice. And
Love it.
as the
Can I get a
Tressum-
request of art for that, please? I want that scene immortalized.
We just need a little family portrait of Feder and Shenzo and Taslinn.
On the hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just...
And as the Tressum nestles with the Raven Queen, she does beckon you over. Just come here, Taslinn. Come, rest, rest with me.
I go over. I'll sit, lounge next to her.
Yeah. And the Tressum makes room for you and rests on you as well. So there's kind of this hug, kind of curled together sort of thing. And she makes sure that you are face to face, logistically, however that works. And she looks you in the eye. Like I said before, I must redo my rite of ascension, which will be a lengthy process. In my absence, undeath is going to have its time. People will lose respect for the natural order of life, and will seek to grab hold of their own threads of fate and control them and live longer. I need you to punish them for me. I need you to be my punisher.
The sword on her back, orgasms.
I just feel it vibrate.
She sighs because she feels it. And if you can get rid of that sword, I wouldn't begrudge you that. We will deal with this when I have power. But it will be a useful tool. I do wish you care. There are unseen effects, and in time they'll reveal themselves. Whence that thing gets a clear head. But yes, you will come across those who seek to control the thread of fate. Not die when they should. They need to meet their end. However you do it It's up to you. But the world does need to know. This plane needs to understand that just because I am unheard of for a time, that I'm not around.
I'll do my best. I'm one person, but I'll do my best.
And she leans in and closer and leans in for a kiss.
Yes!
And as she does, there was something you mentioned earlier in the session about wanting to have the ability for.
Being able to fuck my god? Yeah.
No.
Spell. Oh, God, Tony. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
She leans in, goes for a kiss, but then just whispers in your ear, I killed Mufasa.
My little secret.
God.
There was something, and I'm blanking on it completely.
I mean, if she wants to activate one of my tattoos.
Yeah, why not? She gives you a deep kiss, and on you, one of the tattoos that you have starts to brighten and glow.
Which one? One of my purples or one of my blues? Because I've got either the barrier, the ghost step, or the Shadowfell.
Ghostly form. Let's do the ghostly form one.
Okay.
Yep. Your ghost step tattoo visibly brightens, and she smiles and points her head in that direction. Maybe give that a try, and I will do what I can to help in the way that I can. But be my champion, be my warrior, be my judge, and I will find ways to bless you. And when I am fully formed, well, you'll have to visit me.
We
I will
fuck.
clean. Yeah. Because I will clean house.
Okay. I think
You might
we
also
can do
find
that.
too that, and for a second you're like, what are you dotting, and then suddenly you see a circle of runes in a sort of sigil form. When it is available again, you can visit me anytime.
Okay. Well, I will let you rest as we wait for this seed to do whatever it's gonna do.
This is gonna take a bit,
Okay.
so let's just rest and enjoy a moment of not anything.
It was very nice to talk to you as a person and not the ways that we did.
She nods. And with a glisten in her eyes, she says, I'm sorry for your loss.
I appreciate that. And I'm gonna bury my hands in her hair and give her a smooch.
Okay.
Nice, big, long, wonderful kiss. And then I will stand up and go sit with Feder and Shenzo.
Our heroes did it! They freed the Raven Queen from her tormentor and put down another Hellfire Rider. Sure, the Shadowfell is effectively lost to the Abyss, and sure, there will be a lot of work involved in getting it back into tip-top shape. But hey, that's not our heroes' problem. They've got some bigger issues to deal with, and when I get back from training my runner to be better at instructions... Working on being better! Do you want another screwdriver? I'll go get one! Oh, he is the worst! Ooh. Anyway, next time, I'll continue with more from these Demon Days. Frustrations, oh my god!
One screwdriver for you, sir.
Oh good, another tool. I guess I'll go fix a chair or something.
Okay, so what are the stats on this sword? I don't have the stats.
Okay, yes.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Just make her roll.
Just make her roll.
Roll? Yes, roll.
Ambience, stop. Stop licking John.
What are you doing? Sorry,
Stop.
the kobold is licking my shin. Hey, thanks, pal, buddy old mine. And raspy breath.
I mean,
yeah.
she can have raspy breath.
breast.
Yeah, her breasts have asthma.
They're very rough around the edges.
One panting. Just
This is very hard nipples. Grade cheese on them.
For the time being, Jesus. For the time being, don't you know? Well, hey Vern, for the time being,
You got the banjo in the background.
Shadowfell. For the time being, I thought I read Crystal Ball as Taco Bell, and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting tired.